Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He'll go again here with Henry. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain there of 11. Good for a Raven first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Gonna go right back to Henry. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Second down. Nix. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Captain. Joe.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they'll have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry, who managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Savion Jones on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of
17 yards on that connection. 1st down, Baltimore.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. This one will be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
33-yard line.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive linemen out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Jackson now on 2nd down. This one complete to Bateman. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
3rd and 11.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now he'll air one out. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Brandon Jones.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that will wind up incomplete. Triple zeros on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Motion.
Throwing is Nix. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Jackson moving outside the pocket. He'll tuck it and take off. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. You talk about a quarterback getting things done with his legs. Everything covered downfield, but they couldn't cover him as he went down the field for a touchdown.
Mike, sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you just can't prepare for everything. In this case, you have the play defended perfectly. Passing lanes are all taken away. Everyone in coverage is where they're supposed to be. So what does the quarterback do? He tucks the ball away, and he takes it the distance for 6.
The kick is good. Next the score, Ravens 7, Broncos nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, Broncos.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 6. To throw is Nix. It's caught right side. It's Franklin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Exiting the pocket right, and he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now, they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. They'll throw. It's Nix. That'll be intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. On is Luke to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens move out on top, 14-0.
Ravens 14. Broncos nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Throw it. Nix. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Nix to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now Nick's going to look to throw, and that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
45-yard line.
On one, ready? No.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd down. Jackson. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
Nix's pass.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
On the handoff, running left is Henry. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Trey Greenlaw in on the tackle. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. This one is good. He knocks it through. So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down.
2nd and 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A gain there of 21. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up a 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Pick by Malachi starts.
Nixon's pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. As they take it up to about the 33-yard line.
12 yards.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
That's good for a
That one good for 26 yards.
first and
From
10
the
at
35, it's first and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
Now give on the ground. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Ravens are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
Broncos nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll go play action with Hicks. And And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And in motion is Ingram. Second down, Nix. And that one incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards. They'll come up here. First and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Nix to the air again on second down. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Captain. Bombers.
A first down throw for Nix. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing is Nix. Over him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Mims sent in motion here. Nix from the gun on third down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and that'll set up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. There's a give. Heading right. It's Henry. Inside the 25. And he will go all the way. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his third touchdown on the year. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Run with Harvey. And he'll get about 6 there. Setting up second down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Back to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big-time play for the Broncos. 41 yards.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8. On second down, it's Nix. Out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And the Broncos are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal, Denver.
To throw is Nix. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught. And they get the two-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
180.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Down at the 41. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
180.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was taken down.
So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Get on. 180. Get on.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And he will have the first down. That is not officially going to end the game, but they're going to be able to take the clock way down after that play.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Henry. Good blocking to the 15. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
180.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win here for the Ravens. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.